The virtues of independent international filmmaking are celebrated every year in London during the BFI Film Festival. It was no different during the 61st edition this year, which wrapped up over the weekend. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
This is how the new cinema season kicked off in London. The 61st edition of the city's film festival featured more than 240 films from 67 countries. Among them, 37 new films, some showing for the first time.
Get me out of here.
Breathe was one of them. It brings to life the true love story of a couple dealing with polio.
Robin! You're right, darling.
Much better.
The film made its European premiere at the festival's opening. Director Andy Serkis describes it as a very British film.
It's about smiling in the face of catastrophe, so that's perfect for right now because every day we seem to be lurching from catastrophe to catastrophe on a major way, and I think we need, as a human race, we need to be able to celebrate when people are triumphant in the face of adversity.
The festival also touched on the controversy around Europe's treatment of asylum seekers. Choka, Please Tell Us the Time was secretly filmed by an asylum seeker living in an Australian-run detention centre. The documentary offers a rare glimpse into the day-to-day life of the nearly 2,000 refugees held there. Using social media, Iranian refugee Behruz Buchani managed to get the footage to co-director Arash Kamali Sarvistani in the Netherlands.
It was a difficult project, really difficult project. We were alone. We had no help. It was, I can say that this is maybe one of the most independent movie in the history of filmmaking.
But out of all the outstanding productions of the year, it was Russian director Andrei Zvyagintsev's Loveless that won the festival's Best Film Award. Also the winner of the Cannes Film Festival Jury Prize this year. The movie is the story of a divorcing couple whose son disappears. The festival's final red carpet was laid for the UK premiere of Martin McDonagh's 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I mostly wanted to write a really strong female lead for a film, and so I came out with this idea of a very angry mother who kind of goes to war with her local police department.
London's movie fortnight made its mark on the capital. Until next time. Zümrüt Sönmez, TRT World, London.
Joining us now from London is the film festival's director, Clare Stewart. Clare, Loveless won the Best Film Award. What stood out to the jury?
Well, the jury, I think, really admired its poetic, sort of lyrical approach to a very tough subject matter, and they were full of admiration for this intimate Russian family story that has great resonance universally and really says something about the plight of children in today's society. And I think this was what really drew them to it. I mean, it's the second time that Andrei Zvyagintsev has won our Best Film Award, having won the same award for Leviathan in 2014. That film, of course, went on to great success with winning the Golden Globe for Best Foreign Language Film and being nominated for both an Oscar and a BAFTA in that category. So we hope that this award bodes well for Loveless.
Now let's talk about the film festival. You made some major changes since taking the top job in 2011. What were, some of the structural issues then and the challenges that you faced?
Well, I came into the festival, it was in a very good shape in terms of its reputation for great programming. But we really wanted to make the festival more accessible to audiences and to elevate it on the international stage. So the kind of strategy around the changes that we've made in the last 6 years have very much been about that.
You just mentioned engaging audiences, so that was one of the things you did. What are some of the other adjustments that you've made over the years?
Well, we have changed the program structure. So it used to be structured by regions, so British, French, European, and the rest of the world. Now we structure it by kind of genre and the sort of experience that audiences might expect to have. So the sections are things like love, thrill, dare, debate, laugh, and it just provides a much more open way for audiences to come into the program and discover something they might want to see. We also, last year, introduced a very big new initiative with a temporary cinema that we've built down on the Embankment Gardens, which is right near the Thames, very beautiful 800-seat cinema that's kind of like a purpose-built home for our official competition films and our Strand galas. So that's really increased our sort of, I guess, accessibility again for audiences.
Now, the festival's final red carpet was rolled out for a film you just mentioned, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, with a strong female lead. So I have to ask you about Harvey Weinstein. Was this discussed on some of the red carpets or galas that you attended?
Absolutely. I think the film industry is talking about this a lot. It is something that, of course, creates a great deal of debate and a need for reflection. I mean, sexual harassment and abuse has no place in any workplace, and we fully support the women who are brave enough to speak out about this issue. At the BFI, we're doing enormous things to promote the importance of gender equity, both behind the camera and in front of the camera. And at the festival, we have long spoken about the importance of women directors and strong female leads, having had a big focus in 2015 on strong women with a symposium from Gina Davis about representation of women and girls in media. So for us, the festival is always a place of discussion and debate. And yes, the Harvey Weinstein scenario has been one that has been discussed.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Claire. Appreciate it.